New in the world, my people. My name is Cyblade, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter discussion video. And this time we're moving on from Ruby and talking about another popular anime, My Hero Academia. It's relatively new, only came out in 2015, but it has become massively successful. It has an incredible story, great characters, and good character development, and just an incredible music score. I wish I could play some, but then I'd get a copyright strike, so we're not doing that. No, I'm still using Nora, despite not, this not being a Ruby-based video, because if you guys think I'm making a new character for every anime or series I talk about for these videos, then you guys are just crazy.
Hey, partner.
I'd have to be dumber than Kaminari after he fries his brain with his quirk to do that. So, yeah, okay.
Nothing can stop us.
Stop rambling, handler. I got a video to do. So this is basically just like... Oh, wrong one. Where is it? Ah, there we go. So yeah, basically still the same concept as the Ruby discussions. We're taking Class 1A and giving each of them their own monster to assist them in battle, whatever, what have you. Because what's more awesome than superheroes? Superheroes with monsters. And again, just like the Ruby ones, I still can't edit these to give pictures of the monsters or characters or visuals, so again, open two Google Images tabs, put My Hero Academia in one, or just MHA, and Monster Hunter in the other, and then just put in the names of the characters or monsters as I go. We'll be doing this in the class seating order, starting with seat 1 and going to seat 20. So starting off with the sparkling hero Yuga Aoyama, arguably the most flamboyant member of the entire class, and his quirk is navel laser. He fires a beam of energy out of his belly button. So for him, we needed a monster that obviously is very well known for its beam attacks, and the most famous beam, or one of the most famous beams at least, that isn't an elder dragon, is Agnactor, the Fire Pike Wyvern, the Leviathan of Lava. I could see the two of them, standing together and shooting their laser beams, and when it's glowing with lava, as brief as that is, I could see Aoyama believing that it's as fabulous as him, because everything has to be fabulous with him. Okay, not here. Where is it? Moving on then to seat 2, we have everyone's favorite pink girl, Mina Ashido. I probably could have edited Nora a little, make her look like Mina, but oh well, we're not getting into that. So Mina Ashido, her quirk is Acid, and it's basically self-explanatory. She can create acid and slide along it like weird slime that she can surf on, or just obviously use it to melt things. Now this is going to be a weird one, pairing a cute girl like her with a freaky monster like this, but she's getting the Kezu. Like I said, it's a bit of a weird match, but it certainly fits. Oh. You forget how big these monsters are sometimes. Hey, get back down here. Ah. So yeah, Mina gets Kezu. Again, weird pairing a cute girl like that with a hideous monster like Kezu, but it fits. It crawls. Mina originally wanted her hero name to be Alien Queen, based on the Xenomorphs from the Alien franchise, but that was shut down by her teacher. But still, this matches quite well with Kezu. It is quite Xenomorph-like itself in all areas except speed and mobility that the Xenomorphs are well known for. It is capable of clinging on walls. It has acidic spit that it drips down from the ceilings of caves. And much like Xenomorphs, it is just an ugly face with no eyes, so fits quite well with her. Simple enough. So moving right along to seat number 3, and everyone's favorite frog girl, Tsuyu Asui. And there really was no debate about this one. She gets Tetsukabra, the frog monster. Ah, I wasted my chance to. One of the only 2 amphibian class wyverns. Oh goodness. And again, just best fits her. Tetsukabra is just a straight up frog with a jaw that can rip boulders out of the ground. And Tsuyu is basically a frog. She jumps real high, she has a long tongue, and I would have liked to give her the other... Oh, thought I heard another monster. I would have liked to have given her the other amphibian, Zamtrios, which is basically a frog or a shark with frog legs. But that is an ice monster, and Tsuyu does not do well with ice. She is, much like frogs, cold-blooded, so cold temperatures slow her down and take her out of the fight, pretty much. So, yeah, Zamtrios was a no-go. Although that still would be pretty cool, the frog girl and the frog shark. Oh, okay, moving right on then to the class president, Tenya Ida, and this might come as a surprise, but he gets an Elder Dragon, and actually one of the supposedly higher up ones in Valstrax. Now, Ida's quirk is engine. He has basically engines in the calves of his leg that let him run super fast and kick with devastating force. Now, this matches up quite well with Valstrax, whose wings are basically jet engines that allow him to fly by propelling him with dragon energy. So and it's capable of using its wings as deadly weapons, much like Ida with his legs. Short but sweet. There we go. Moving on to seat number 5, and everyone's favorite sweet girl, Ochaka Uraraka, the Gravity Girl, or Infinity Girl, whichever you want to call her. I always liked the Infinity Girl name. That should have been her hero. But anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent, so... Whoa! Oh god. So this was tough at first. There is no straight-up gravity monster in Monster Hunter World, although that would be awesome, or actually the whole Monster Hunter series. Ow! Okay, so I had to look through the archives quite a bit, but came up with Volt Reaver Astalos. Now, this might come as a shock if you recall my first Monster Hunter discussion video that Astalos is a ridiculous psychopath monster, so that wouldn't fit well with such, you know, Ochako, who's quite, you know, sweet, kind. She doesn't want to hurt anybody. She's mostly have to be a rescue hero more than a combat one, but we have seen from her training with Gunhead, when she has to fight, she is quite good at it. So having a more combat-oriented monster like Astalos fits quite well. And why specifically Volt Reaver as opposed to regular Astalos? Well, it has developed... Ow! Yes, it has developed... Ow, that's... its secret technique. It just says ow and everything dies. No. Okay. So... unlike regular Astalos, it has developed a technique that allows it to create basically a super condensed ball of electromagnetism that basically pulls in anything nearby like a black hole, no matter how far away it is. Or, actually, it does have a limit, but it's quite a good ranged attack as opposed to Ochako's quirk, where she has to touch something to rob it of its gravity. So I could see this working well with her, having it... having Volt Reaver reel it in, or yes, reel in villains or Ochako's opponent, and allowing her to completely rob them of their gravity, leaving them essentially helpless in midair. So they could make a pretty good team, and I see her friendly, good, sweet nature maybe curbing Astalos's psychopath bloodshed, so that's a plus there. Next up we have Mashiro Ojiro, the martial arts hero. I don't know why he went for that, honestly. I get he probably knows martial arts, but again, I feel like that really doesn't match well with what he's got going on. He's basically just got a giant tail. Very muscular and powerful. You can use it to take down enemies and propel himself through the air and all, but yeah, again, it's just a tail. That's all it can really... I guess, no, that's mean, detracting from what he's capable of, but the tail is basically all he's got going for him, and I figured to pair this up with another tail-centric monster in Glavenus, who, if you remember from, again, my first Monster Hunter discussion, we paired with the Jean for its flaming sword tail, for Jean to pick up some pointers with from its style. So much like Jean, I feel like Ojiro could learn a few things by observing his monster and seeing what its tail is capable of soon. And if he can figure out if his tail is capable of the same. What? Oh goodness, this just got this will either make or break this hunt. Devil Deer just showed up. We'll talk about him a little later. But anyways, so while they're distracted, that gives me a good chance to talk about the next student and their monster, Denki Kaminari. Hero Charge Bolt, or Future Hero anyways. I think they got their licenses, so they're technically recognized now, but whatever. So, his power is he can emit electricity and basically use himself as a human stun gun up close, or at a distance he can shoot out massive volts of electricity, although if he discharges too much, he'll essentially fry it, or short circuit his brain, not fry it. Oh goodness. Oh right, I forgot I have to... Oh come on, flying things. Oh goodness. No, get away. I hit you with the dung pod. You're supposed to run away. Okay. Okay, so... Yes, Denki, or Kaminari, lightning powers, but if he uses too much, short circuits his brain and makes himself dumb for an hour. So, I figure what better way to stop this, or well, not stop, but counter this, than to pair him up with Kirin, an Elder Dragon who can also continuously put out massive volts of electricity, calling down literal lightning strikes to support its partner. And as an Elder Dragon, it is a very intelligent monster, at least on par with humans, so while Kaminari is all loopy and out of it, it can, you know, put in the thinking for its partner until such time as he regains his mind. So, next, Aijiro Kirishima. The manliest member of Class 1A and many people's favorites. Or at least he's up there in the popularity polls. Where are we going, Scout Flies? Ah, there we go, okay. And his quirk is hardening. He can turn his skin as hard as rock, possibly as hard as steel, since he was able to outmatch Tetsu, who basically turns into... Oh, come on! Who turns into metal, and he proved himself to be more resilient than Tetsu. Anyways. Oh, goodness. I hit him with the dung pods, right? Okay, go away. Oh, I think I just made this worse. I think I just made him mad. Ow! Oh, this is so bad right now. Yeah, that's right. Run, Devil Joe. Before I really get mad and show you what I'm made of. He's not coming back, is he? Okay, good. So, yes, Kirishima's quirk, hardening, becomes strong as rock, and this gives him some form of super strength as well, it appears, or as he was able to punch through giant cement walls made by his teacher Cementos in their final semester training or whatever, or yeah, their final test. Yes, he becomes nearly impenetrable and can punch through solid rock with relative ease. And who's a monster with hard skin and loves punching? Brachydios, one of the hardest shells in all of Monster Hunter, perfect for defense, and an absolute demon when it comes to punching and destroying things, aided of course by its slime mold that explodes and does further damage to whatever it's in contact with. So yeah, two rock-hard fighters with equally hard offenses. I think they would fit well together. Moving on to Cody Koda, the most outspoken or soft-spoken, the quietest member of Class 1A. All these words I don't know the difference of. Ren, why aren't you giving me a Vigor Wasp? I need help, buddy. Okay, Cody Koda. Oh, no. Put that away. Put that away. Oh, thank you, Ren. Oh, that ain't good. Oh, thank goodness. He remembered what he had to do. Okay. So Cody Koda doesn't speak much. Very quiet member of Class 1A, despite his quirk being all about speaking. His voice, Anna voices his quirk. This allows him to control the animals around him, or any animal within earshot of him. Now, for him, really, any monster could work, but I think truly the best monster would be Kuro Peko, a bird wyvern capable of mimicking the call of any other monster, which more often than not tends to lure in other monsters. So I could see this working very well in Koda's favor. Him and Kuropeko would be up against a villain or something, and he would need some animals to control, and Kuropeko could basically call for backup like a Devil Joe or something, and then it would show up, and Koda could convince it to help them in the fight. So that would be quite useful. I see them being a very good pair. Oh goodness! This is bad. This is very bad. Okay. Down you go. Okay, moving on. Which one are we at now? Doh Sato. And his quirk is Sugar Rush. Basically, by consuming 10 grams of sugar, he gets super strength, speed, stamina, all that stuff for up to 3 minutes. And he can prolong this by consuming more sugar, but each time he does this, he gets dumber and dumber. I feel like they really kind of gave these guys two similar of weaknesses, like, you know, no, I was right the first time. Kaminari uses his quirk too much, he turns dumb. Sato uses his quirk too much, turns dumb. But okay, we're not here to debate that. We're here to pair up students with monsters. So Sato's quirk basically gives him a quick boost after eating, and this fits quite well with Odogaron. If Odogaron's backed up in a corner, it eats a chunk of meat and goes into a super mode. It's basically glowing as its blood heats up to travel faster through the body, and adrenaline rushes faster and all that good stuff. Makes him faster, stronger for a short time, but when that runs out, he is left exhausted and vulnerable, much like Sato. So the two of them working together and have their respective powers triggered, I see they could take down most enemies quite fast before either of their times runs out. Moving on then to Mezzo Shoji. Perhaps one of the coolest and creepiest members of Class 1A, with his multi-arm quirk. There we go. You're not getting away. Multi-arm quirk. He basically 6 human arms, all connected with like wing-like webbing, almost like Basilgeese's arms here, or wings here, ironically. So he is capable of turning these multi-arms into other various human appendages, such as eyes, ears, mouth, nose, etc. And they're more advanced, enhanced, whichever advanced, either way, same thing, than the regular human appendage normally would be. So, thank goodness Devil Joe ain't here for once. Oh. Still got... Oh, nope, Dodo's leaving. Okay, bye, Dodo. We love you. Okay, so... Yes. Shoji changes his arms to different human appendages to gain an advantage in a fight or whatever he needs. So this fits quite well with another high-level Elder Dragon, and you normally wouldn't think of giving teenagers god-level dragons, but oh, come on again! Well, I mean, I guess this works in my favor, so... Is Dodo gone? No, Dodo, you gotta get out of here! You're gonna die! Run! Run, Dodo, save yourself! Okay. Sorry about that. I had to save a precious baby boy, Dodo. Yes, run, Basilgeese. Run faster so I can run with you. Okay. So, Elder Dragon Nakarkos, basically a giant cuttlefish monster that has numerous tentacles that are often tipped with the appendages of other monsters that it has eaten, such as a Glavenus's tail, Oregon's chin, Brachydios. Oh no, Dodo! You let him go! I'm sorry, Dodo. Okay, good. Run, Dodo, run! Okay, sorry about that. Back on track. Okay, this is not good. I'm not in I'm there. What are you talking about? Oh, Dodo, why? I saved you. Okay, so, sorry again, getting off track here. Mezzo. That was right. Mezzo Soji, it's Nakarkos uses the appendages of other monsters to power itself up and become a more effective hunter. So, much like how Shoji makes other human appendages to make himself more effective. There we go. Okay. Moving on now to Kujira, one of my favorite members of the class. And her quirk is Earphone Jack, the shared name with her hero name. And her earlobes are basically, well, headphone jack. She can plug it into something and play her heartbeat as a loud high frequency sound. And what are you doing? You don't sleep here, but oh well, whatever. Guessing this fight won't be too much longer. I was hoping this take the whole video. Okay, so Jiro, her headphone jacks plug into things, play her heartbeat as a loud noise to deafen her enemies. And this fits well with Najarala, one of the only 2 snake wyverns, basically, well, just that, a giant snake with legs that is also capable of creating loud noises. It can shoot out a high-frequency blast of sound from its mouth, capable of both deafening hunters or sending them flying, and it can also shoot its scales out to pierce into the ground and make sonic vibrations. Again, loud noises, hunters don't like it, and they can also explode, so that's also pretty helpful. So I could see it being a good partner for Jiro. Okay, next, on to Zero. Again, I gotta say, I might get some hate for this, but one of the creepier members of Class 1A. Nothing against him, just, well, obviously his elbows are weird as they're giant tape dispensers, but mostly for me, it's his freaky upside down triangle grin mouth. I don't like it, but anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. So he is based somewhat on Spider-Man. He uses his tape arms to basically do everything Spider-Man does. Shoot. Oh, come on, Devil Joe, really? He shoots the tape. He can swing around like Spider-Man or wrap up the bad guys. Oh, I might have made a mistake. I think Devil Joe's just passing through. Now he's gonna be angry and want to fight. Go away! Come on, you're supposed to run when I hit you with the dung pod. Okay. Oh. Again, he's based on Spider-Man, so I gave him the only spider monster, Narcilla. Again, quite a bit like Spider-Man itself in that regard. It can... oh, dang, its wing was out of range. It can swing around with its webs and often, and of course, uses its webs to tie up its enemies or prey. So again, it could keep up well with Zero as he's swinging through the city and trap its enemies just as well, if not better than him, as I could be mistaken, but last I checked, spider webs are stronger than tape. I know his tape is special, but... oh god. Stronger than normal tape, but... yeah, we're... that's not important. What is important, it's like Spider-Man spider webs, so Narcilla has spider webs, also very much Spider-Man-esque, so that's what he gets. Next up, Fumikage Tokoyami, another one of my favorite heroes in the class, and ow! Very cool, got that nice bird look, he's got the dark, mysterious vibe to him, very nice, and his quirk is Dark Shadow, where basically this giant bird monster Shadows comes out of his back and I guess just anywhere out of his torso really, and oh, I'm done. No, I'm not. Okay. And fights alongside him, so really just for him it does most of the work. And there is no monster that pairs well with this, but he's a hero of the shadows and darkness, so I gave him a monster famous for using the shadows and darkness to its advantage. Nargacuga. It's fast and deadly, much like Dark Shadow itself. And get back here. Oh, never mind, don't come back. You can go do whatever you were doing, that's fine. Dummy, you weren't even near your bombs. Anyways, okay. So yeah, it really doesn't tie in too much with Dark Shadow or or Tokoyami itself. I keep wanting to combine his first and last name, Fukoyami, but that's wrong. Anyways. Oh my god, really? Forget it, we're just gonna run through and see what happens. Okay, so Tokoyami has Dark Shadow, and it's very powerful quirk, very useful, one of the stronger ones in the class, but he relies on it quite a bit too much, honestly, and it's mostly for long to mid-range fighting, so if an enemy gets in too close, he's basically helpless, as he himself doesn't really do much of the fighting, or... So this would be... And in sunlight, Dark Shadow is much weaker, so to counter that, we give him Nargacuga, a very fast, powerful monster capable of fighting up close with deadly efficiency. So, yeah, well, and it has razor spikes it can shoot out of its tail, so it has both close and mid-range covered, so yeah, I think Tokoyami would never be out of options with these two. Oh, you horrible monster, you die, Barnos, whatever you are, die! You just gave me defense down, that is not what I need right now. Oh, down! Okay, moving on now to another one of everyone's favorites, Shoto Todoroki, the half and half hero, half hot and half cold. His right side uses ice and his left side uses fire. He doesn't like using his fire too much as a way to get back at his a-hole father, who expects him to be basically just like him, if not better. But anyways, so this was a tough one. I was almost thinking I'd had to give him 2 monsters, but I think I found a solution, just giving him... Again, this might be crazy, giving one of the all-powerful black dragons to a teenager, but we're giving him... Oh no, I didn't want that. We're giving him Elatrion, the elemental dragon, capable of using fire and ice, much like Todoroki himself, but also dragon element and lightning. So nice. That was fast, or at least faster than I was expecting. But anyways, so oh man, better hurry this up. I think I'm almost done with. So yes, it has the same powers as him and more, so that could be useful if he ever encounters an enemy that fire and ice both might not be incredibly effective against. Next, we have Toru Hagakure, the sweet invisible girl. So basically, that's her whole thing. She's invisible. Well, she can make also bright flashes of light. It seems her quirk is based around, but mostly she's just invisible. So this pairs well with the Elder Dragon Chameleos, which, apart from poison and making this fog that makes it hard to see in, its main thing is going invisible like a chameleon. So yeah, that's done. Pretty simple. Alright, next up, my personal favorite member of the class, even though I honestly have no idea why, the hot-headed Kutsuki Baku. And, well, you saw the monster I just fought. I was hoping to get to it before I killed it, but anyways. And you probably saw the thumbnail before you clicked on the video. There was really no other choice. Bakugo gets Basil Geese. I mean, he makes explosions, it makes explosions. He's quite powerful and smart. It's a rather thinky monster itself. Quite intelligent. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Short but sweet, pretty self-explanatory. So, next up, the main character and everyone's favorite cinnamon roll, Izuku Midoriya. And Izuku's quirk is one for all. The accumulation of itself passed down and enhanced throughout the generations by everyone that's wielded it. So Izuku has yet to master this power, but he is well on his way, and he still has a large amount, or a vast amount I really should say, just unknowns and an unrivaled potential, I'll say, is limitless. There we go, that's really what I was looking for. So he has limitless potential he can eventually unlock, and this pairs well with another Elder Dragon. I know, I feel like I'm giving these out like candy when they're basically god level beings, but especially this one, Xeno'jiiva. One of the newest and most powerful Elder Dragons, created by the bioenergy of countless other Elder Dragons that have made the Elder Crossing. And we have confirmed in Iceborne now that Xeno'jiiva was in fact a baby, so it had nowhere near reached its full potential when we first fought it at the end of World, and now at the end of Iceborne we're finally seeing its true potential as the newest black dragon. Oh my god! These are worse than Basil Geese! We're seeing its potential now as the newest black dragon, Safi'jiiva. Ow! You die! Okay, sorry about that. So yes, I think it could be a very entertaining and even heartwarming experience seeing the two of them grow to their full potential together. Even if, honestly, it'd be quite horrifying to see this massive dragon, probably the size of like 2-3 buses, wandering around with a 15-year-old. Alright. Now for everyone's least favorite member of the class, Minoru Mineta. Not wasting much time with this. Hit his quirk, pop off. He has these little giant, that basically contradicts itself. These giant purple balls on the back of his head that he can literally pop off his head and stick to just about anything except for himself. And he's just a horrible character. He's literally being a pervert is his whole thing, and not in an endearing way. There are some endearing ways. He's just a pervert in the creepy way. He is a bad character, so we're giving him a bad monster, Gyarados. I've already explained Gyarados in my last main game video. It's a Piscine wyvern, one of the worst types of wyverns, and it spits out these giant puddles of mud that trap your hunter, get them stuck, and yeah, makes it harder to move, makes them easier to take down. It's not fun, it's a bad monster for a bad character. So, moving on finally to the last member of Class 1A and the vice president of the class, Momo Yaoyorozu, and her quirk is creation. She can basically create any non-living thing she knows of, or she knows the molecular composition of, whatever, what have you. And yeah, it can create whatever she wants. Now, obviously, again, there's no monster that can just create whatever it wants out of thin air. But to power her quirk, she needs to be constantly eating and fueling herself with energy and fats to be able to make things out of it. Whatever she creates is reconfigured from her body fat or whatever. So, but bottom line, she basically needs to constantly eat, to constantly fuel her quirk, and this ties us back to the monster that was just trolling me the entire last hunt, Devil Joe. The two of them, that is really all the two of them have in common, honestly. They both need to constantly eat to fuel their incredible powers. But, yes. I feel like it's probably the best choice for her, though, you know. She can create stuff, yeah, but she's still not super strong or anything like that, so she's capable, we've certainly seen, but still not super strong, super fast, super durable, so probably best to give her a super strong, super fast, durable monster in Devil Joe. And so there we have it. That is Class 1A, all given their own monsters. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave a comment down below. Do you agree with my choices? Would you have picked something else? I'd love to hear from you. Do let me know. And let me know what other series you might want to see in the future. I might do a second video, give maybe the teachers or the villains their own monsters, but again, that depends on you guys, what you want to see. Let me know down in the comments, but if you like this video, go ahead and you want to see more of what I do, go ahead and slash that subscribe button. If you like this video, give a quick cut to the like button. Share it around with all your friends, and I'll see you in the next video, but until then, my people, stay sharp.